there guys, welcome to another tutorial. In today's video I'm going to show you how to make my version of a Finn Rainbow Loom figure. Alright, so the colors that I use for him are black, brown from the skin tone mix, brown from the camo mix, black, and I use silver in this one for the boots. I'll use gray in the next one, and a little bit of red. I also have two little beads for the eyes. You could also use some wrapped bands if you would rather, or larger beads, whatever you have on hand. To thread my beads onto my band, I used a piece of dental floss, or will use a piece of dental floss. So I'm going to take my skin tone brown and thread the dental floss through it, and then fold the dental floss in half, like this. So take both ends, kind of twist them if you need to, and put your beads on over both ends. Mine is super frayed, so it's kind of hard to do, but come on. Okay. There we go. And then pull the beads all the way down, and eventually the band will be pulled through. Okay, if you're using just wrapped bands, take a black band, wrap it around your hook so that there's 4 loops, push it down, wrap another black band so that there's 4 loops, brown skin tone on your hook, grab the cap bands, pull them over, and then kind of spread these out, and these will be your eyes. Anyways, I'm not using that. When you place them, you'll place them the same way. Just use that band. Alrighty, so this figure is a little bit simpler than some of the ones I've done more recently. There's no second layer on the back of the head, and I don't know, there's some half bands here, but other than that, it's fairly simple. So we'll get started with the layout. So I'm starting with black for the hair. So taking 2 bands at a time, placing them across the top on the diagonals. So from the top center to the left and right. And then we'll go down once in each column, so 2 bands from the first to the second in each of our 3 columns. Alright, so we're done with black for a bit. And I'm going to take my skin tone brown, and on the outsides, taking 2 bands at a time, going down once, so from the second to the third, and then we're going from the third on the outside to the 4th in the middle, like this. And the other side will go down second to third, and then third on the outside to 4th in the middle. And then we'll fill in the center of the face. So center column from the second to the third with 2 bands at a time, and third to the 4th in the center. Alright, we'll place 2 bands from the 4th to the 5th for our neck here. And now I'm going to take my red bands. So on our left hand side, I place red bands diagonally and then down once. Right. And then I'm taking my camo brown and I'm going to go down twice. On the same side. Okay, so our left hand side looks like this now, and we're going to do the same thing on the right hand side but using only brown bands. So we'll take 2 brown bands diagonally from the bottom of the neck, and then down 3 times. Double bands, 1, 2, 3, actually 4 times. And then we'll go down once more on the left hand side. I missed one. So your body should look like this so far. Our diagonal bands and then going down 4 times. Alright, so now we'll switch back to black, and we'll go down four times. 1, 2, 3, 4 times in the center. So coming from the bottom of our neck here, we'll go down 1, 2, 3, 4, I'm a little bit confused, I'll admit. Oh, I was right, we don't need these ones on the bottom here. Okay, so it's just 3 times down on the outsides. I got a little bit confused. I'm still confused, actually. Oh, okay. It is 4 times. Don't take them off. I was right the first time. Okay. So it should look like this. Our diagonal bands, and then 4 times down in each of our 3 columns. Alright, so we'll use diagonal black double bands to finish off our body. So coming from the center down to the outside. Alright, so for the first stitch of our legs, I did what's called a half band. So that's twisted together 2 bands so that the stitch is half one color and half a different color. So I'll show you how to do this. I hope it's not too confusing. So take your brown band and your black band, thread one of them, it doesn't matter which, through the other, so that it's threaded on like this, and then grab both ends of the band was threaded onto. And so your second one is kind of hanging out like this, and you've got the other one pinched in your fingers. Grab both of these loops and stretch it out like this, and you should be able to see this side is brown and this side is black. So place it so that the brown is on the outside. I'll show you how to do it on the loom as well. So just come to an empty area on your loom and place your brown or your black band, and then place your other color underneath. So grab this top one like you were going to loom it, and loom it forward. And so now put your hook in from the top to the bottom in this gap, and grab this brown loop and pull it down. And you can pull this one up, and then you've got the same thing here. So half the stitch is black, half the stitch is brown. So carefully pull it off without looping it, and place it so that the brown is on the outside and the black is in the inside like this. Okay, so now we're going to place double black for the pants all the way down the rest of the loom. So it should be 1, 2, 3 times. 1, 2, 3 times. Okay, we'll have to make a little bit of a foot extension. How many times? 1, 2, 3. Okay, so I'm using my gray, or whatever color you're using for your shoe. And I'm going to wrap one band around my hook so that there's 4 loops. I'm going to take 2 gray bands, place them in the hook around my finger, slide the cap band on. I'm just doing a chain on my hook. If you don't know how to do this, there's lots of videos that'll show you how. Okay, so we've done our first gray, we'll do a second gray stitch, and then we'll switch to black for 1 stitch. Okay, so place this, all 4 loops that are on your hook, on the end of our loom, the end of our leg, and we'll do this again for the other side. I need a few more gray. Okay, wrap our band around our hook so that there's 4 loops, grab 2 bands, pull the cap band onto those 2 bands and reclaim the other end. Pull another 2 gray bands through, reclaim the other end, and then we'll pull 2 black through, reclaim the end, and place this on the end of our leg, all 4 loops. Okie dokie. Uh-oh. Or if you're me, you'll only do 3 and it'll fall apart. Nice going, Ev. Alright, so the next thing we'll make is our arms. We're going to do this similar to how we did the foot extension, but it'll be longer. So I'm going to use a skin tone brown, wrap it around my hook 4 times, and then I'll go with double the coat color brown 5 times. So this is our first set. We'll pull it on, reclaim, that's 1. Pull it through, reclaim, that's 2. Pull it through, reclaim, 3. Oops. Pull it through, reclaim, 4. And then 5. So it should look like this. Take all 4 loops and we'll place them on these where the shoulders are on the body. So I think it's the 1, 2, 3, 4, the 5th pin down. Alright, we'll do this again. So wrap a skin tone brown 4 times around your hook. Take our camouflage brown or whatever brown you're using for the coat. Pull the cap band on, reclaim. 1, 2. Pull it through, reclaim, that's 3. Pull it through, reclaim, 4. And the last one. It was sunnier in my room. There was more light. And then it snowed again. I'm tired of snow. Okay, so now we just have to place crossover bands. So on the body, I'm just using single jacket color brown across our 3 triangles. So here, here, and here. Just single bands, pretty normal, basic stuff. Alright, and then on the face, I'm going to take our band we threaded our eyes onto, grab the ends, and placing them around the second pin down. So now you can spread the eyes out a little bit. Grab one of the loops between the eyes and pull it up around our second pin down in the center. Okay, so that's it. We're going to have our little red stripe to add to our jacket here, but we'll do that as we loom. So for now, if you know how to loom, you can loom the legs and these 2 columns, but leave this column for adding the stripe. So we'll go in through the end of our foot and loom the legs forward normally like a single chain, grabbing both loops at a time. When you grab this half loop, half band, make sure you grab both at a time and place it very carefully so that the colors stay where they're supposed to be. Alright, we'll loom the other leg, so pull the foot back, grab these 2 loops, loom forward, oops, 1, 2, 3, and then just being careful with the half band that you grab both stitches at once, loops at once. And then now we'll loom these diagonal brown towards the center, black toward the center. So just grab them, they should be the top ones, and loom them back to where they came from. Alright, and then we can loom our left hand column up, so just go in through, grab those 2 brown, loom them forward, grab the 2 red as well, and then go in through the arm, so you have to go under a bunch of bands and grab these 2 red ones, loom them diagonally back to the center. Alright, so we'll loom the right hand column now. So loom up once, grabbing those 2 brown bands like normally. Alright, and then when we loom this one, I'm going to take another red band and wrap it around my hook so that there's 3 loops. So I'm going to go in through here and grab these 2 brown bands. But before I place them on the peg, I'm going to grab these red loops and pull them onto this band, or the 2 loops on my hook. So it'll look something like this. Alright, then go in through all these armbands and loom the brown diagonally to the center. Now we'll come back to the center row, go in through all these, grab the bottom 2 black, loom them forward, make sure you have a nice teardrop shape, loom forward, forward, and forward. Okay, so now here we'll loom the neck. So there's a lot of bands to go through, just be careful you find the right 2 brown bands, and loom forward gently. Alright, so there's nothing else fancy to do, so we can just go in through these loops and loom the front of the face forward all the way to the top. Look like this. Now come back in through this side, loom the bands back to whichever side they come from. If you grab them, you can kind of see. And then forward twice on the sides, and then diagonally back to the center. Forward twice on the sides, and then back to the center. Alright, so this is now our only open end. I'm going to grab a single brown black band, put my hook through all these loops, pull this black band up through them all, grab the other end of it, and slip knot. Okay, so now you can pull them off the loom. Usually the gentler you do this, the better it comes out, less twisting and everything, as I'm just kind of yanking them off. You know what, I think I did a tutorial for Finn already. Now I feel kind of silly. Anyways, there he is. I hope you like him. Give him a little bit of a tug, straighten him out a bit. Well, anyways. Alright, he looks much better than my first one because his arm isn't all messed up. If you want to, you can shape the feet, so pull back on the back of it, one of the stitches, and then this foot will come forward a little bit more. Like this. Alright, so there he is. I hope you like him. You can hide this loop by pulling it back, just down into the head somewhere. Or if you want him for a keychain or something, you can leave it out. Oops, I squished his head. Anyways, so there you have it. I hope you enjoyed this video. I'll try to get an exact band count done as soon as I can. If you take pictures of him, please, please, please send them to my Instagram. I love to see your pictures. And also check out all the other figures that I've posted there, because I have way more pictures there than I've made tutorials for here. So anyways, have a great rest of your day. I hope you like making him. Let me know if you have any questions, and have a good day. Bye bye.